Hello, I am Kat Woods. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to do an update over my ESV Interleaved Journaling Bible. I have a whole playlist over this Bible. I have been on this journey since 2018, you guys. A long time. Now, um, I have been working super hard this year, and you can really see my progress compared to last year. I didn't get a lot done. I think maybe one or two books, maybe three at the very most, but I literally don't think even that many. So I am super excited. And yeah, my hard work I could see and could tell it's really paying off. Like, look at this. It looks like, let me take, I like tucking in my cover like that because this doesn't get in the way. But if you look, I'm almost nearly halfway there. Like, that is amazing. And at the beginning, it was really hard for me to get motivated, for me just to stay as disciplined as I have recently been in the past couple of months. So I'm not going to show you too much of the beginning because a lot of my amazing subscribers have already seen this journey. And if you're first tuning in, this is the first video that you've seen, make sure you go check out the other videos. I literally walk you through the first process, every new thing that I've learned, everything I've learned, everything that I've found that has helped me, all of the pins that I used. Let me grab those pins. Hold on. Okay, so I want each of these videos to try to kind of make them different from the last one. Even though I'm going to show you my progress, I want to, share something a little bit different. So I'm always getting asked, Kat, what pins do you use? And this has been a journey for me. When I first started this journey, I had no one to talk to about this. I've never seen anyone do this. I've heard of it done. I've heard of like old grandmas doing it, and I can't talk to them. I can't call them up and be like, hey, so I know that you've written the Bible cover to cover, so do you have any tips for me? I didn't have anyone to go to. So I literally had to learn on my own. So I'm very thankful to be able to have a YouTube channel that I can go share my progress. I'm able to watch how I've grown every single step. And then I have a lot of brothers and sisters joining me too, so that is amazing. But check this out. I don't want to get my pen right now that I'm using. Look at these, you guys. So I have used multiple different types of pens, and at the beginning I tried to use the micron, and the micron, I love it, but I don't, with having such a small area to use, it literally just bunches up. That marker, you can't use anything that's marker based because it just looks like it's all just smashed in together. Let me take you off here so you can see what I'm talking about. And you can kind of tell it's the marker. The first couple of lines, everything is like really thick. Like, look at that. Look at the, like, just 3 little letters. And then I use a regular pen down below, and you see how clear it is? But I was determined to try to use the marker, the famous micron pens that everyone talks about. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of them. I don't like them. They dry out way too fast. You spend way too much money on them, and it's just, and also it was a Sharpie, or what was it? I think it might have been a Faber-Castell too. A tiny Faber-Castell, which was still kind of like the micron pen. But it just, I don't like the way that looks. So as you can tell from my collection of different pens here, I have used the microns, which I don't have here. I didn't plan on keeping all my pens, so I threw away maybe about 4 of them. About 4. But I not these blue ones. I didn't mean to grab these blue ones. These are from my other Bible. These are from my other Bible. But yeah, so I love the Pilot G-Tex. So this was another one. So further on down, like probably Exodus. No, this might have been it. This might have been Pilot G-Tech, because they are a thicker one. This is an 04 and I've been using an 03. So yeah, I bet this is the Pilot G-Techs. So this is what I was using at the beginning of the Bible. Then my sweet, amazing sister sent me these cute little kitty pins, and they were thin enough and I was able to use them. So I used all 3 of them up, and there's no name on them. I mean, there's just, people asked for them and I couldn't share anything, so they were just cute random little pins that she found. So that has been my journey. There's been a pen journey alone. Journey on if I made a mistake, what do I do? So yeah, but I've counted all of these. It's like 18 pins. The Pentel has been my favorite. It's the Pentel, and it's the 03. Get my phone to focus here. Focus on me. There we go. The 03. Look, absolutely favorite pen, and this will be the only pen that I use for the rest of this Bible. So yeah, these are all my dead pen. I'm going to keep them because I want to know how many pens it literally took to go through the whole thing. So let me put those right there. All right, so getting a bit deeper into this, I said I was going to do an update because everyone's getting excited about this journey like I am. And I think I started it, and at the beginning I also wasn't marking the date on the page, which I definitely started doing that right here. I started just marking every day that I've marked it, or I finished it, I just marked on the day. So you can tell there are some days where I went a week. Some days I missed 2 days. Sometimes I missed 2 months. I didn't pick up the Bible. So I wasn't completely 100% disciplined like I have been this past a few months. I mean, I have been pushing out books, you all. It has been amazing. You can tell my journey, my handwriting is starting to grow. It's starting to form its own little, I guess, style. I'm starting to have a little style going on. I've noticed that once I hit 1st and 2nd Kings, I could start seeing like, wait a minute, Kat, you're growing. You're really doing something. And a lot of people comment like, Kat, you have really beautiful handwriting. I have horrible handwriting. And I stress to them all the time, it did not start out like this. Literally. I've spent, you seen at the beginning, look at that. That is so funny looking. It looks like a little 2nd grader came in and tried to do that. That's horrible. Literally horrible. But I practiced and I continued. I was determined to get better. I was determined to figure out how am I going to get better at this? How do I make it look good? I can't say make it look as good as the Bible because they're printing and I'm using cursive, but I wanted to be happy. I wanted to put in enough work to where I'm bringing glory to the King, God's kingdom. So I wanted it not to be proud of it like, yes, I'm proud of my work. No, I wanted to accept the achievement of me growing. So it's really doing it. It really is coming along. So I think, let's see, I think it was back in June, because I said July I would go ahead and show you what I have done. Okay, so here's all June, and we're in 2nd Chronicles. And I said each month I'll come in and show you what all I've done. All right, so this is 7. This is 7/7, so I'll just go ahead and start in Ezra. All right, so all of July, this is what I was doing in July. I finished the book of Ezra. I didn't charge my tablet so I could play some music right now, so you can sit down and enjoy just looking at some cursive handwriting. And a few sisters in my group asked if I could send them something with my handwriting, because a lot of us journal and we spend a lot of money for getting just random little pieces of paper with journaling on them, like cursive writing, script writing. And I was like, you know what? I never thought to do that in my own journal. I would literally spend like 20 some dollars on some old pieces of paper with some script writing like this. I was like, oh, I could do it myself. I could just write and pick small scriptures out of the Bible, write it out. Because if you look at my regular note taking from like another Bible, you guys, it looks nothing like this. It's different. It is different. There's something that switches off in my head when I get to this Bible and doing everything else, like signing a piece of paper, signing my name. It looks different. I don't know. I don't know if that's because I know when I come to here, I'm doing this because this is my child. This is going to go to one of my kids. So I'm not only doing this out of love for my child, but I'm doing it out of love for God. Like all the hours that I spent on this, all the time. I mean, this is devotion. This is straight up devotion. And I don't have devotion when I'm just writing out an application or filling out some forms. There's no devotion. So it does not look like that. But what I told him, I was like, yeah, I was like, you send an envelope with a couple of pieces of paper if you want to choose whatever paper that you want me to write in, and send like an empty envelope, because I don't want to send out like 20 some pieces. I'm not rich. I wish I could, but I'm not rich. Put an empty envelope. So I'm telling you all, if you want a piece of like handwriting like this, for all my other journalers out there, send an empty envelope, stamped envelope, inside of a plain envelope, and just be like, Kat, write a couple of verses, and then we'll have no problem doing that. So I got a couple of girls doing that. But it was so funny because I never thought to do it myself. That's where that story was going to. It's like, I spend big money. Oh, I didn't mark that date. 28, so that was probably 29, 7/29. I do that sometimes. Oh no, it was 7/28. Wow, so see, this one day alone, I have 7/28 here, 7/28 here, so that's 3 pages. 7/28, yeah, wow. I don't always do that. And that was Esther. So I went from Esther. This is all, I'm sitting here talking to you guys, and I'm not even telling you how many books of the Bible. So that was from Ezra. I wrote out all of Ezra, all of Nehemiah. I'm coming into Esther, and this is just in the month of July. And I'm coming into Job. So that is a lot of, I mean, they're kind of short, but they're not really short. They're like 13 chapters. So yeah, I'm really, really starting to be more focused on this Bible. And Job it has been really, really fun because there's not so many words. Like, I'm able to be a little bit more expressive. Right here, you can tell it's 2 different moods. Look at the 2 different handwritings. That's another thing I really, really noticed. If something happens and I have to leave and say I have to stop right here, I come back, my mood switches. It's so weird. Wait, you just wait. If you're on this journey, wait until you see how much God reveals, not only out of what you're writing out, His holy scriptures, but you learn so much about yourself. So right there, that was it. So now I'm into August. So ain't that amazing? That is, I was so excited. And seeing all that work, you guys, I'm motivated to continue to push, to continue to see how much I can do. So another question that has been asked is, Kat, not only the pens, how many hours have you placed in this Bible? So one page alone is 2.5 hours. I go to the back, it's 2.5 hours. So I went ahead and I added up the numbers, so the number of pages that I'm on. So let's go right here. And I came up with 1,000 some hours. And I was like, wait, that doesn't sound, I know I've done a lot of hours, but 1,000 some hours? That doesn't sound right. Maybe for the whole Bible. And then I was thinking, oh, I don't do every single page. I do every other page. So I took 640, come on, 646, and I divided it, by 2. So I'm only doing half. So it was like 300 and some, and I divided it by 2.5 hours. Look how many hours. That's more reasonable. 807.5 hours. That's how many hours I've spent on this one Bible alone. 800 hours. Just think about that. Think about, like, if I wasn't doing this right here, all that time's wasted on the phone, on the TV, games, like playing like little games on the phone. 800 hours. So, but yeah, so that is my journey. I'm still continuing on through Job. I'm almost finishing Job. I think by the end of next week, I would have, oh, well, maybe not. I never know. I never know what happens. So then I'm coming up to my favorite. I love Job. So that's probably why I'm flying through Job too, because I love it. And you can tell, it's like it's in the poetic setting, you guys. I don't really want to call this poetic setting because it's a very hard book to get through. It's sad to get through, so I don't want to say it's poetic. But you kind of understand what I mean when I say a poetic setting, because there's not a lot of words. Look at those words versus these words, That's, yeah, that's a lot. So that's another reason why I'm getting in and getting a lot done. And yes, I am doing it starting from Genesis to Revelation, so I'm not skipping around. That's been another question. Kat, are you skipping around pages? Nope. Every single page since January I have been pushing. It's not easy. There's some, like I told you, there's some days where I don't touch it. There's been some months where I don't touch it. 2020, it was a hard year, a scary year for everybody, so I was more in my daily drivers than focusing on this one. So I only got out a couple of books. But right now, I've got out a couple of books in 1 month. So Kat's pushing it. So yeah, if you do have any questions, I am always here. I love communicating with you all. If you do want to see, if you don't want like every month see like my process, let me know. I can do every 3 months, because I don't want to continue showing the same things, talking about the same things, and it just comes repetitive. I can come on, give you a 3-month update, or I can come on and if I learn something new, which that's typically what I've been doing. The playlist will show process videos, so you can see the process of my handwriting, see the process of how I do it. I could do a couple more of those if you like, but I typically only come on when I have something to share. When I made a mistake, I show you how I fix it. The pens that I've used, the pens that I found that really help, different things like that. If I miss my spot, how do I find my spot again? Yeah, so another main one is a question that I've been asked, not only for this Bible, but for other Bibles. How do you stay focused? How do you just put so much time and so much devotion on one Bible, or whatever Bible that you're on, say that you're reading? So for the girls that are doing the 30-day reading this month, how do I stay focused on that? You have to discipline yourself. I wish there was some magic button that I can say, or some magic food or a drink that I could say, hey, this is the cause of it. God is the cause of it. My want to please Him is the cause of it. So my focus on this Bible is I want to please God. I want to give my time, my devotion to God, and my love to my children. So that right there is the main driver for me. That right there is the main, like, I don't want to say like a whip, but it kind of is like a whip. It puts me into shape like, psh, cat, no. You're not going to play on the phone. You're not going to do whatever, something else that you want to do because you feel like you want to do it, and you can just put this off for another day. I've done that. I've spent too many years on this already, and I've done that. Now I need to just buckle down. I need to focus on this. It's a process. It's habits that you have to break. You have to break some bad habits that you have learned over the years. We've learned that we can just praise God on Sunday, put the Bible away all week, and then we can still call ourselves Christians. Like that. That's all. We just praise God on Sunday. That's it. We don't show any kind of more devotion, love, following Him throughout the week. We just do it on Sunday. So the different little habits you have to figure out. What are you doing throughout your life to change, to break those little habits? Do you even notice the little habits that are going on? So that's the main one. Focus, find out what habits are you needing to break. What do you need to stop yourself from doing? Once you see those, then it's easier for you to hone in on what you can change and how you're going to change it. Okay? So remember, be a creative tool in our Father's art box today. Let me show you this. Logan got his spot back. Logan, did you get your spot back? Did you get it from your sister? Did you get your spot from your sister? Oh, honey? Everyone felt so bad because you were stuck out of your spot. Yeah, Lilith took your spot the last time. They felt so bad for you. But she got some fans out of it. Hopefully you get some fans too. You gonna say hi to your fans, Logan? He's like, no, I'm just gonna sit. Were you laying on Mama's pins? Are you okay with laying on the pins like that? Huh? Alright. Remember, be a creative tool in our Father's art box. I love you all, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.